Hello, good morning. Welcome to Daily News Commentary by CSU with Michael. Now I'm 19. So let's look into the news. Bankers must support job creators. So here, Prem is taking a very strong statement towards what the country should do about economic recovery. Now we have to be really conscious about what are the linkages between banks and growth in the economy, right? So if you look at couple of details are given, but basically this is basic economics understanding. So you must revise that whatever book you are reading. So Sri Ram, Shankar Ganesh, any book or your class notes. Understand how banks, that means banks means loans, credit, impacts job creation and growth. Rather, credit, job growth and job creation, right? How that affects, how that is interrelated. അതൊന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കണം. Then what is magisterial probe? കാര്യങ്ങൾ മനസ്സിലാക്കുക for prelims. Now you have to be clear about these kind of ideas. What is magisterial probe? Look into that. WTO. You must have a note on WTO. What is WTO? But maybe not today because WTO is a very small topic. Not going into specifics of WTO. As and when we have a editorial article, we will look into that. What is Rasangla? Understand that. This we will deal in the inside page. No worries there. Moving forward. Okay. A stimulating alliance. This is about fiscal federalism. The recent initiatives by central governments to promote growth through cooperation with state. So read this article, understand what is mentioned. Again, this public investment, private investment, those ideas comes in. Please understand what these ideas are from your basic books. Fiscal federalism could be there in both GS2 and GS1. Okay. So GS3. So read that. I mean, this one is not that particularly important for India. It's usually these discussions happen, and we'll see if something really important in the really game changing is happening. We'll see that. Heavy lifting on climate action must begin. Okay, read this. It's a follow up article to Glasgow COPs. Several angles are given. What is mitigation, what is adaptation, what is about the coal thing. Okay, so go through that. So this is an article which is good, but it's more concentrated in the case of Tamil Nadu about one of the draft policies they have issued. But the issue here is that vision for urban poor can be true for entire India, and for GS1 society there is a topic called urbanization, and GS2 there is a topic of social justice, where you can again see poverty and things and developmental initiatives taken by government. So ghettos and slum and urban poverty is an important topic for you to study. So read these highlighted portions. These are more generalistic in nature. You will see some of the ghettos, their names, in fact slums and their names. You can note it down and use when a question is there. So I would again suggest to wait for a couple of days. Like if at all a more detailed article on slums comes in, we can take that. We move along then. Okay, again look at what is LIC. A couple of you have already seen that. So if you have understand what is LOC, what's the difference between LOC and LIC, read that. And also understand the boundary situation between India and China, the disputes, where are we have a stable boundary, where do we have a disputed boundary, where our issues are happening. All those things needs to be looked into. Okay, cryptocurrencies, another article is coming up, so I think we'll have to make a note on cryptocurrencies. Why is it an issue? Measures taken by government, way forward. This much of things you can look forward to in the case of cryptocurrencies. Planetary case is a kind of biopolitical war akin to those of the past. I'm not sure you will get much from this article, so if you have time you can read that, but it's kind of more vague and more abstract, I would say, rather than sticking to a topic. So please read that. India needs 10 trillion to meet net zero. Read that. A couple of things are given. Where do we need actually funding? Limiting speakers power is a very important topic, as in the topic is speaker. So prepare a note on that. or rather we will keep it to another day and not make it so we already have cryptocurrencies, right? So speaker's power, read the basic things about speaker from Lakshmikant, and we will see how we can take this up. Now with parliamentary sessions coming up, we will be having lot of discussion. In fact, I am waiting for the parliamentary sessions to begin and news to start coming so that we can learn parliament and related topic from Lakshmikant and other sources, of course. Yes. Mobile connectivity project to benefit tribes. Okay, this is good for tribes, then against naxalism, developmental disparity. Okay, so please remember this point. So tribal issues and tribal development is always a hot topic as far as UPSC is concerned. So when these kind of new schemes are coming in, take a note of that. Trade policy forum, a chance for India US to align expectations. We had, what is this trade policy forum? Look into it. We had a couple of weeks back read that an article stating India US relation need not be necessarily only about strategic and defense purposes, but trade should be a major component. Trade is really a component. We had seen that. So you can read the entire article, but I think more specific part will be coming under this question and this question. See, otherwise, yeah, you can read this question too. The sense that US is not keen on negotiating. These are more abstract. I would just highlight the question. If you have time, you can read into it. But this GSP, what is GSP? CATSA, again, CATSA and trade. Please look into that. ASEAN, okay, but I don't think this would be much important because anyway, the perception is that they would be waiving us off. So if they does not waive us off, we'll see that later. What is ASEAN? Details of ASEAN: where, what, who, what is Manbar Hunda? Also read that. Then nothing much here. We move into the last page. We have an article on cryptocurrency. Yes, regulating cryptocurrencies. Read this, a good article. What's the background of the proposal? Proposal by government. And then you have Union government regulate then ban cryptocurrency. Why they are going for banning, not banning but regulation. What lies ahead? Read through this. You will get a better idea, and we'll try to come up with a brief on cryptocurrencies in the daily brief of news. Legality behind extension of tenure of CBI and ED. Just read that. No need to apply too much of your mind. It's a routine news. But then a couple of things you can look into. Highlighted that. Go through that. But I don't have to strictly speaking by study and by heart that. That is not required. Again, POSCO, very important. Understand what POSCO is. So this comes under the GS 2, social justice, GS 1, society, vulnerable sections of the population, etc. So understand what is POSCO, what's the difference between IPC and POSCO, and larger topic here is what sexual crime against children or abuse of children, you can say children and their issues. So one among the issues is sexual abuse of children against crime. So be mindful of that. Okay. That's what we got today. Couple of good articles, couple of topics to read on. So please do that. Have a good day.